pod through the heart, and you're to blame.
You give love a bad name.
There we go.
That was good.
That's how you
That's
start.
a great start.
There we
I
go.
feel hyped to start now. Welcome to the Mixed Feelings podcast. He's my brother.
She's my sister, we're black.
And white. We've got mixed feelings. I want to talk about the shopping.
The shopping, okay. Yes. What do you want to speak about?
Okay, so how I mean I want to start because I don't want to.
You are.
I feel when you start an argument that you're kind of like you're already lost.
No.
You know what I mean?
We're bringing it to the table. That's
okay.
what we're doing.
Bringing it to the table.
Yes.
I went shopping. I did the food shop as I usually do every single week, and I'm saying that's quite important.
Of course.
You're right. I'm already upset. I just okay. And I said to Noah, I had to go somewhere. I had to go see a friend, and I said to Noah, "Are you?" Your reaction is okay.
I'm listening.
You're listening. Okay. I said to Noah, "Can I put the shopping in an Uber?" And can it drive home?
Yes.
Yeah, but me not being in the Uber.
Yes.
And then you said,
I don't know. I can't remember what I said.
Well,
but I know the idea of it.
They were shouting.
It infuriated me to.
They were shouting
because it's an unbelievably insane thing to do.
Can I bring you to my experience? I pick up the phone and I go, I'm just going to casually... I'm late, but that's good because I've got my brother on the other side looking out for me as we are a team. And I'm going to call him and it's going to be very casual. And I was expecting a very casual conversation.
How could you? You're doing something asinine.
No, how is it asinine?
It's unbelievable. What do you mean? You can't just leave your stuff in a stranger's car, even if they're being paid, and just let it get to the destination.
Okay, yeah, so I was going to put it in the car, and I asked Noah, when it gets to the destination, can he take it out of the car and put it in the fridge?
Yes.
What is wrong with that? People do that.
You have to be in the car.
You don't. Is it about the rudeness of it? Because I get that. But you were like, no, you've done a job and you have to do it, and you're trying to get it... And we're talking about this like it was a joke, because you were shouting at me.
I was so angry at this idea. You just got to finish the job. Why you can't just you were the reason that you were late. You were the reason that you... How
was I... No, because I was doing... Okay, I understand that.
You took years to get there.
Yeah,
and
that's fine. That's fine. But why couldn't I just put it in, send it your way, and you put it away?
I don't trust that. I don't want a stranger around stuff that's supposed to
What's
be
he going to do? He's going to tamper with it?
He can do anything here. You're not in the car. Let me tell a story.
Right.
People who do jobs alone can get weird. I remember when I was a bartender, and you'd see the cleaning guy come out, and he'd blatantly been wanking in the toilet.
No, that's... Is that true?
Because I went in there and I saw a fingerprint of the
on the tissue?
Yeah, he'd trying to, and it was just
he was
so
in a panic.
No, but yeah, it's sort of so I assume his fingers were damp, and it's he's gone, but the dampness has seeped through
more than one layer of the tissue.
And he looked me in the eye afterwards, and I was and in my head I'm like, I know what you've done. It was. I was like, you've done something,
and he knew that you knew.
I feel like from that point on, he always knew that I knew what he did.
Okay.
And so my rebuttal to this,
this man. I want you to know that you've completely made this up in your head.
No,
you have no evidence whatsoever. You have a theory.
No,
I have a twisted little theory in your mind.
I know. Something weird happened with fluids in there that wasn't supposed to.
He might have pissed himself a little bit. I don't know.
Even worse.
How is that worse?
A cleaner pissing himself at his place of work. That's terrible.
Cleaners not allowed to piss themselves. Are cleaners... I have a question for you. Do you think cleaners have to be clean in their own home? Is that their responsibility as a cleaner?
I wonder if they just sort of they're sick of it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like chefs who don't cook at home.
No, 100%.
Anyway, you can't. My story.
We don't have a technical. Okay, yeah. So your story.
I'm a cabman. I've been left in with some weird groceries. some sicko who just wants to rub my balls all over them. And no one will know.
And this is what you were thinking. This is what you were angry about.
I was like, how can you let this randomness into our food shopping? When
but
all
you have to understand. I don't think
home.
you call me out here. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm gaslighting you. You have made this up. This isn't real.
No, it's not about what's real. It's about what's possible.
Anything's possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah,
I could do that to the shopping. You don't know what I could do. You don't know.
I know you won't do that.
You don't know that. You don't really know me. Like
I do. I know with absolute certainty.
I could have.
You would never just sort of like.
I could have, but you
rub yourself up on the shopping.
You don't know what I've done.
I 100% know that.
You're sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Can I be honest? I don't know. You could have done that.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. I say I know you. No, I wouldn't do that. Have you ever been in a situation where you think, oh, he wouldn't do that, and then he's done it?
The point is, it's
especially with men, especially with men like you who seem unassuming.
Yeah, like me.
I don't know. You seem unassuming, and the type of person who wouldn't do that. And I think, yeah, a lot of people think cab drivers are creepy. They have a reputation, don't they?
Don't take it out on the drivers.
No, I'm not taking.
Don't you dare, Britt, take it out on my union guys.
I feel like I'm coming across bad in this argument.
No,
because you've lost the point of the story, actually.
The point is,
you've lost the point.
Leave your stuff with random people.
Okay.
And it's just, like, not acceptable in any way.
I disagree, but we're never going to agree on this.
But no. This is where the story, like, this is where I actually got angry.
Okay.
Because
this is where I actually got angry.
I didn't get angry on the phone. I was like, what the fuck are you on about?
Okay, well, they were screaming and shouting.
It wasn't. I was
swearing.
Well, I was like, what the fuck are you on about?
You hung up on me.
Yes, because I was like, what idiotic idea.
Okay.
It's like,
continue.
You go home with the shopping that you bought. You don't get to leave it. Like, that is insane.
I feel like you're overtaking me in this argument. And I actually want to say my piece. All I wanted to do was put the shopping in and say, I'm so sorry, because I would have apologised, because that's not like me. I don't expect people to go out of their way and do things like that. I would have said, I'm so sorry. Please take this. My brother is waiting. And...
No, you don't get to pawn off your problems onto strangers.
No, I'm not pawning off my problems onto... It's not... I have paid him. There is a service that I have paid him.
You're paid to be in the car.
Sorry to sound like a Tory.
No.
But I have paid him.
That's not Tory.
It sounds a bit like...
No, it doesn't.
I don't know.
No, the point is... You pay...
Okay.
For being in the car.
No, you don't. You pay for the service of the driver.
No, the service... So, the stuff that comes with you, you pay for you being in there, and whatever stuff's with you also being in there.
Okay.
That you can't...
We're never going to agree on this, so I want to move on to the next point, because I don't want to go around in circles. What's the next point? So, I got in the car.
Yes.
This is important to the story.
Because you had to.
No, not because I had to, because I was so... upset by your anger, and I didn't want to deal with it, actually. And I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. This guy gets here and comes out to an angry Noah who's like angrily like taking it out on the Uber driver. So I'm thinking about the Uber driver.
What's the point? Get in the car.
No. So I get in the car and there's traffic. So I'm pissed off because there's traffic, right? And I already had to go. I was already running late. So I get to the place. I call you. I say, Noah, can you help me with the shopping? In which then you start shouting, it's like, I told you to stay with the shopping. I said, I am with the shopping. So already you're in the wrong. You already shouted when I literally did what you asked me. No, let me finish. And then you come out to help me with the shopping. I bring the shopping to the door and I say, no, I've got to go. Like, I don't go in the house. I don't collect anything. Like, I wanted to change. I wanted to have a shower. I said, no, I've got to go. And you're so furious. You're like, what? What? Bring the shopping inside. Bring the shopping inside. I'm like, no, I've got to go. And then I come back at 11:30 at night, right? So maybe even later. And I come back, you have gone to bed, and there is shopping on the kitchen floor, laid out, waiting for me to put it away. And that includes ice lollies, that includes meat, the meat that you demand me to buy.
Yeah.
And sushi.
Now.
And fish. In the heat, in the sun.
Let me explain. So, when I come out and I see you're there, I was like, oh, Mia's there. You come and you carry the stuff from the Uber to outside the door and then just leave it
to help you. I could have just left.
Take 3 more steps inside.
It wasn't 3 more steps. It was a good amount of steps into the kitchen. And I didn't have time. And I'm glad I didn't do it because I just got my train. Only just. And I thought if I brought it all the way into the kitchen, I wouldn't have done that. I'm so glad.
You were already there.
Everyone I've told about this story says that you are the crazy one, not me.
You're already there.
No, I was at the door. It was like a whole... No, and I was like, no, I can do that.
It's so rude. It's literally like, oh, I'll just bring it to the fucking door and Noah can do it. Are you fucking insane? Do you know how rude that is?
It's not rude.
It's so rude.
It's so rude to not put the shopping away out of spite.
No, this is
out of spite.
So I'm like, Mia. So literally, you didn't speak to me. You just left.
I said, I have to go. I have to go.
You don't have to go.
I have to go.
What were you late for?
To meet a friend.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself. You didn't have to go anywhere.
No, but because I haven't seen this friend, and I wanted to spend time with her, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity, and I'm glad I left at the time I did. I was already late.
You can't twist this to make it like you would miss it if you were late.
We would have missed the time together. I was half an hour late. Because of you.
No, you were half an hour late because it took years for you to
leave
this house.
All right.
So don't act like it was my fault that you were late. You were already late by the time you were shopping because it took you fucking years to get there. And that's
You're so overpowering in an argument
that like
you're acting. You're making me feel like I am wrong. The facts are. This is my closing statement.
They heard the story from you. You can't be like, my friends agree with me. They heard the story from you.
Of course. No, but I said it.
And your biased view.
The facts are, I went to the shop. I made a mistake. I was like, I hold my hands up. Okay?
I hold your hands up.
No, my hands are held.
No, they are barely held.
My hands.
They are barely held.
No, they're up. Here they are.
Literally.
I was late because of me.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
So the story begins and ends with you.
No! The story begins with me and it ends with you.
I don't happen without your actions. Without you being late and like wanting to like rush getting back.
Everything's my fault.
It starts with you. You are the catalyst for every other situation.
That's not true.
Can
I say my piece?
No,
I haven't said my piece.
You've just like every time I speak, you're like, "Let me finish." I'm like, "You have finished."
This is just arguing. This is entertaining.
I beg to differ.
Because you're winning! You're winning the argument and you're making me seem like I am a crazy person.
So let me
I am so unbelievably normal. Okay, you will get to explain in 1 second. Okay, the facts are, and I will shut up. Okay. Earlier than implied.
So I was actually on time.
And I said, okay, sure, whatever.
You unreasonably rage at this. Unreasonably so. I come back.
Per your request. Even though it was unreasonable. Per your
request. Let me say this. Even though it was unreasonable, I pick up the phone, I call you, and you start shouting at me, even though I've done exactly what you asked me to do. Exactly. So now I'm pissed. And I'm thinking, I'm not walking all the way into this kitchen to do this to this guy who was just
shouting at me on the phone, shouting. So I leave it and I go, you know what? I gotta go.
I gotta go. This guy's already been unreasonable. He's already pushed my buttons. I've already done what I don't want to do. I've already made a sacrifice. You have to do nothing that you didn't want to do, apart from put the shopping away.
Anyway, I leave it there and I go. Now you talk.
Okay.
No.
What's
Can't meet at all unless you meet early.
You actually can't do the things that you want, but you haven't accepted that.
You're like, oh, I have a responsibility here, but I also want to do this. It's such a simple thing. I don't think it's that deep. No, it's just at the end of the day, it's not like you to put the shopping away. No, and let me justify my actions. Can I stand by it?
I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself.
So you can leave. So you can deal with it. My problem is that it was about the sanity and the unity of the house.
My problem is, for the sanity and the unity of the house, you left everything out on the floor. And that is not creating a harmonious environment. No, and you could have...
You destroyed harmony.
No, I didn't destroy harmony. You could have ended the argument. You could have just been like, done. I would have come up and be like, yo, Noah, I'm sorry. Like, I had to go. I was late, like, whatever. But now you've created a problem and you've messed with the food supply.
No.
And you've literally tampered with the water.
I have not tampered with the water. The stuff is fine.
Because we'll just eat it. But, like, in another house, in a restaurant...
What do you mean? Ice lollies melting? They're ice lollies.
No,
you just ice them again.
Meat in the sun.
The meat in the sun. It was in the sun for maybe 4 or 5 hours. That's fine.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Shut up. You know it's fine. No one's dying.
Anyway, so that's the end of our argument.
I cannot wait for the people
for the poll. Can I be honest? I think you're gonna win. And that infuriates me.
Right.
Because you're not right. But you're so like... You're such like this charming, like weaselly kind of guy.
How can a weasel be charming? That makes no sense.
No, weasels can't be charming. You're like charming, but I know what you are.
You see, don't poison the people.
I'm not poisoning the people.
You're distorting the image of me to the people.
Oh, so this could come off as a smear.
Yeah, massive smear.
I'm not trying to smear you. I think you're a great guy.
You're like, they don't know the Noah I know.
No, I think you're a great guy.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah, I think you're a good pal.
Cheers. I appreciate that.
Do we want to talk about being mixed race? So,
what, the topic of the actual podcast?
Yeah, the topic of the actual podcast.
Yeah, sure. So, thoughts on being mixed race. So, I had the weird sort of crisis of, I don't know if other mixed race people go through it. I've spoken to you about it before, but it's like, I didn't know, because you don't really fit in a group. There's no culture to being mixed race.
No.
There's
a recent hubbub, but not really.
Well, it's just people. We all have. I was about to say we all have similar personalities. We've all gone through a similar thing, so we might all respond to certain things in similar ways. But there's no like, you can't like fall back on like anything.
You can't fall back on your group.
And a lot of mixed race people are perceived as black anyway, so it's just you just fall into that. And none of my idols growing up were black. I'm more of my idols have become black as I've got older.
I had a few black idols, but I feel like Mum like forced it on me.
Nah.
I literally remember having this thought when I was like maybe 9 years old, that I didn't have anyone who looked like me to look up to apart from Leona Lewis. So then I like made it like my thing to
keep bleeding love.
Yeah, to keep bleeding love and to keep bleeding my love for Leona Lewis. So every time I see Leona Lewis, I'm like, good for her.
Good for her.
You know what I mean? I'm like.
I actually came up with my cruelest joke ever.
Yeah.
When it
display it. Tell me.
So I was like 11 when I came up with this joke, and I just recently seen one of Peter Kay's specials.
Right.
And so I was like, snappy humour. That's what the people like. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, what's black and white? It looks like a horse.
That's really neat.
I know, but it got a laugh, and from there forward, I was poisoned as a man to know that cruelty was my best route to comedy. So,
no, because you know when they say the internet is forever.
Yes.
This is what they're talking about.
I'm saying it was a joke when I did when I was 11. I did.
Now do you feel bad?
No, because it's what I said when it's not my words now. I wouldn't make that joke now.
You wouldn't make that joke now.
No. I will tell it on a podcast. But like,
it's just not very nice.
No, well, 11-year-olds aren't nice.
Do you think she looks like a horse?
No, she just had a big nose. She doesn't look like a horse at all.
It is funny.
It's silly. It's dumb.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
Silly dumb.
It's dumb.
It's silly
fun.
dumb fun. You know?
She's got loads of money. She's a very attractive person. I feel like if anyone can take it, Leona Lewis.
You think
can.
so? She still might be into. She's very pretty.
She's
and if she was a horse, what a stallion she would be.
See, you've made it worse. See,
How is that worse?
Now we're riffing on horses.
If Leona Lewis was a horse, she'd be a mighty stallion.
Yeah, she would. She'd be majestic out there.
Are there any other celebrities that you think like have horse energy?
Apart from the woman from Sex and the City.
Which one?
The main one.
Sarah Jessica Parker?
Yes.
You think so?
Her face is long, like a horse.
I don't think she has horse energy.
Not horse energy, she just looks like
she doesn't look like it. No, we're gonna cut this. This is cruel. This has to go.
It doesn't have to go.
I don't agree with what you're saying.
I feel like you're coming out from a point where you might meet these people in your life, which is actually possible.
Yeah.
So I should refrain from speaking on celebrities. Actually, so is someone at the door?
No.
Hello, everyone. It's me, David Bowie. I'm back from the grave. David, wow.
Why are you responding to David?
What? Noah's in the room.
Oh, right, yeah. So Noah's here,
Noah didn't leave and then David came
we
in.
just established the rules. Noah's here, I'm here, and David's here.
David just showed up.
David just showed up.
Yeah.
Hi, David.
Hello. It's me, Bowie.
Hi.
Ice baby. You know the ones. Space Odyssey. That's how it goes. Oh, so David, it's great for you to be here. You obviously know I'm a massive fan. You know, like I do the lightning on my eyes. I want to do all this stuff. Yes, you're a big fan. I know this. I receive your letters.
I receive your letter. Why
are you mocking David?
I'm so sorry, David.
You mocked David.
David, are you okay?
I'll recover. Man, you're on thin ice.
Yes, I'm so sorry, David. David, how was the 80s? I wasn't
there. I expect neither of you two were there.
No.
But it was a rocking, popping time. Many of my friends indulged in cocaine and, of course, paedophilia.
Oh, David, you can't say that kind of thing anymore, David.
Oh, it was a different time.
David, that's so...
Different strokes was on. You could just steal children and bring them into your home.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that
it was socially acceptable.
I guess it was. Yeah. Is that your input? David's over here. David's just off camera. He's shut. You know what it is? David told me, because he's a friend of the show, when you become a ghost, you become hideously ugly.
I think an easier thing could have been that maybe he was still a ghost, and so he could be anywhere in this room. But no, hideously ugly. Let's go with that.
No, he's here.
Yeah.
He's just not. He's not confident.
He's just there.
He's not. Have you lost your confidence, David?
Well, you know. Confidence is something that comes and goes. It's fluctual. It's like sexuality. It's a moving target. You know what I mean? You are what you are. Like I'll always have my days of glory to keep my self-esteem high. But, you know, as the days go on, when less people talk about Bowie, every day I lose a fan to time, and they too become dead. It's kind of like any band from the 30s, basically. Like the Platters. I think Noah's the only Platters fan I know still living. Well, you know, I enjoy their works. Only You, it's a great song. Thanks. Oh, sorry, I have to go, guys.
Can David leave?
No, sorry. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Wow, David Bowie.
Live in the studio.
First podcast guest. That is what's up.
That's amazing. That we got David?
Yeah. There will be other people who pop in and out of the show.
Of course.
We have many celebrity friends who enjoy frequenting Wembley.
Wembers. We shouldn't give out our location.
There are many houses in Wembley.
You don't...
Oh, yes, to all our listeners. Yes. All of them.
Yeah. Do we have anything else to say?
I'm happy with what we've covered today.
Really?
Yes. I'm happy. This is a great start. We've had some gripes. We are yet to get to whispers and murmurs.
Which we should do one whisper and murmur.
Should we do one whisper and murmur?
I don't know if I have any whispers and murmurs.
So, whispers and murmurs for the listeners.
Yes.
Is unbased rumour and fact.
Yeah.
In equal...
Hearsay.
Unbased rumour and hearsay. There we go.
Yeah.
And as a fan of rumours and hearsay...
I love gossip. I love to goss. It. Yeah. Our father likes to goss.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he loves it.
What a little bitch.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have something.
Okay.
A whisper and murmur that has been well and truly squashed.
Yeah.
Was that the Queen was dead.
I was hoping, because that guy, so the rumor was the Queen was dead.
Yes.
And the guy in America, he said, everyone said, no, she's alive. And he said, I said what I said.
Yes.
She's dead.
And he said he has sources very close to the situation.
Yes.
And it turns out, due to the Queen being pictured and videoed outside today, that is false. And...
and what's funny about this is I told you, I said, no, you were like, the Queen hasn't been seen. How it happened is I said, no, do you want to celebrate the Jubilee with you? I was inviting you out because you are, socially
challenged.
Yes. And I wanted to give you the opportunity to make some friends. Cheers. And I said, would you like to come out to the Jubilee? And you said, no, I like to sit in the belief that the Queen is dead.
That is not how that conversation went.
Yes, it is. He said, no, because
No,
I like
she's
to...
dead, and I believe that. And so all of you little pawns are just celebrating nothing.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm honest, this sounds bad.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be true. Because I didn't want to believe that another aspiring young black man, like Juicy Smouillet, had lied.
Don't bring up Juicy Smouillet. He really let us down.
He really let down the team.
He really let down the team.
And that... I didn't want to see another young black king fall.
Have you ever had the thought, like, to fake a hate crime?
To fake a hate crime?
Yeah.
No.
For attention?
No. I've thought...
When I was a kid, I did.
When I was younger, I thought, what if I died? I get loads of attention.
Oh, yeah, everyone has that.
But I realised as I got older, it defeats the point if you're not there to see it.
So true.
And people
But you can fake a death. People who fake death...
But if you fake your death, you're a dick.
Yeah, you're a prick.
And I didn't realise that, because I was just like, oh, I come back and everyone would be like, yay! But in reality, if like someone I knew who's died came back, I'd probably try and murder them again.
Okay. I actually wanted to... This is something... I feel like we jumped from conversation to... I'm sorry.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. I wanted to bring something up to you, and I was saving it for the podcast.
Oh.
Did you know that men think women talk more than they actually do? So if you're in a workforce with 10 people, and there's 3 women and 8 men, or I might be getting the numbers
right.
For
the pod, you're completely right.
Okay. Men will think that women are the overwhelming majority in the group, like, subconsciously.
Interesting.
Or when a woman's doing a speech, right? Let's say she spoke for like 3 minutes. There was like a study or something. They were like, how long was she speaking for? And men will be like 8 minutes. Like, people think...
Like it was ages.
Yeah. Like, men think it's longer. So because I feel like you've been talking more than me in this podcast.
I feel like it's been even.
Well, for the listeners at home,
it'll be interesting.
A little experiment to see.
But according to you, I'm overwhelming.
You are
weasel powers.
That's in jest.
Jest. I forgot.
You forgot about jest. My sir.
Is that jest at the door?
Hello.
Hello. I'm in jest. I'll be here all week. Thank you.
I thought you were gonna be like, I'm Lance Jest.
I'm trying to think of a name that begins with in.
I'm
insurmountable jest. But anyway.
Yes.
What were you saying?
I was just saying that men think women talk more than they do.
It's interesting about the thing about like.
And I was just wondering. I was like, I wonder what Noah thinks about that.
It's interesting. I was thinking about like. You said like if it was 3 to 8, like 3 women, 8 men.
Again, I'm not a numbers guy.
But even if it's like, in my head, you'd be the more powerful group.
What?
Like if the 3 women were united, they would be the more powerful group.
Why?
Smarter.
Don't be one of those guys. I hate those guys.
You're not acting on...
I hate that. You know when you talk to a guy and then they're like, women, they're the smarter sex. Like, it's so...
They're thinkers.
They're thinkers. It's like, women, the better sex. It's like, you don't believe that.
No, I believe that you... Like... Well, to be honest, I was thinking about this actually. I consider myself an everyman, not in terms of being like every man, but in terms of like, I think of, like everyone thinks like me.
But they don't.
But they don't.
No.
And so when I think of women, I think of people who think more than I do. If that makes sense. Because I think all men think like me.
Yeah, but is that and I'm not saying it is that like a weird like biased sexism that you'll think like these 3 women in this group are like stronger than you because like
I just think
they're so they're overtaking.
I just think there's less chance of something really dumb happening
if a woman's there.
100%. It changes the
energy
everything.
Yeah.
But if it's like a group of guys like left to the so a group of in my head. This might not be true, but it's like a group of women like together, just sort of like chatting and that.
Yeah.
That's all that could happen. A group of men together, there's no telling what could transpire.
I think women are more wild than you think they are when they're just chatting together.
No, that's fine, but they're not gonna like slide naked into a tower of chairs.
We might do. Try and think bigger. We might do. You don't know.
Maybe
men are always like, oh, the boys will be. Well, maybe the girls will be. Maybe we do that too.
Actually, you do really bring up a valid point. I've worked with women's rugby teams, and they do go the extra mile.
I think they do. I think
they are actively worse.
There's a suppressed rage. You know, like how we were talking about like. There's an anger that like closeted gay man like anger that's
on the next episode of the pod. I will be bringing my full theory to the table.
Oh yeah, we'll bring that theory. But you know, just to lead into the next one when we do it, there's an anger that certain men have that proves they're gay. Yes. Because like it's so deep. It's like you must be gay. You must be hiding something.
Yeah. There's a rage that comes from having something that is yourself not like taken away or like not even taken away, just not being able to do it for social reasons.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like women, you know, we have that too. For example, like at like your school like was an all boys school, you were like fighting each other, whatever. But like we
fought with words.
No.
I'm joking. Oh god. Me.
I don't know. I feel like that there was a suppression of inner rage there that was.
I reckon there was.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
that was so wild.
You know what it is? Maybe it's just like I don't like it when. No. So like you know how like when a bloke gets drunk, and he's just really sloppy. It's funny. With a woman, I'm just like, oh no.
That's sexist.
Is it?
Yes.
No, but because there's a danger involved.
Okay,
in that. And so that's because so I feel like I'm just sort of like, oh no.
But do you think, oh god, calm down, love?
No, it's not a calm down.
It's not like oh right, love.
No, when I say sloppy, I mean where you like can't stand up. And
No, you worry
and like you fall in a pond or something.
Yeah.
When a bloke falls in a pond, it's funny. When it's not funny when a girl falls in a pond because she's hammered.
No, it is. My friend Max, not. Shout out to Max McKenzie, fellow mixed race person. You met him.
Shout out to
him. Shout out to Max. He said,
"Stay strong, brother.
Stay strong, brothers. In these hard times, we fight."
Yeah.
He said that like he was out and a girl fell in the pond, and the way he told it was very funny. And she was like trying to get up, and like she couldn't. Like,
but.
That's funny.
Max is not the king of empathy from story to story. No. So the way he told the story may not be how actual events transpired.
He was like, yeah. She was like, maybe actually. He was like, yeah. She was like grasping.
Like imagine seeing something like that.
And he said like he nicknamed her like Pond Water or something.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh yeah, Pond Water.
On the first episode of the pod, exposed.
Yeah, Max.
We were trying to get him as a guest.
You always have to expose Max. And okay, I think we should finish off with this because I forgot to tell you this. Mm-hmm. Max came up to you and he said, "Oh, Mia always takes the piss out of me at our shows, right?" And I said at our stand-up comedy shows, shout out, go watch them. I was like, yeah. And the reason I realised I didn't take the piss out of him when we did our last show, and I realised why. It's because I didn't tell you this. Every show, Max has invited about 7 or 8 Tinder dates to the show. To like
unacceptable.
To like, so they watch him perform and then sort of like have to, I don't know, sort of like in a Hunger Games way, have to vow for Max's attention after the show.
That is so interesting.
And that's why I always take the piss out of him.
Yeah, can't let him get too...
Yeah.
But that's interesting because that's his place of power.
Yeah.
That he's inviting them to see him at his peak.
At his peak.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's
such a bold move. I thought you'd be impressed.
You know what it is?
Are you disgusted?
When it's more than one, that's why I'm like unacceptable.
No, because before it was one, and then like he kept building it. Like it was like, oh, I've brought this
I'm just getting numbers for the show.
And then he was like, he kept saying it. So I was like, no, I'm advertising the show, which is true, and it did bring numbers because these girls would bring their friends, and then sometimes Max would be like flirting with their friends.
It's just it's so bold.
It's mixed. It's light skin behaviour.
Oh, 100%.
It's light skin behaviour.
Oh, we need to get into that.
Yeah, light skin. Next episode, light skin.
Especially.
Yeah, light skin man behaviour.
Oh. I'll have to ponder this.
Yeah.
There might be a bit added on to this podcast. Me doing a video essay.
Be like what you think of that. Yeah. Anyway, are we ready to close up?
Great work,
I think we found out. You're so sweaty.
I'm so hot.
Yeah, it's very warm in here.
I'm glad I sprayed up before the show.
Yeah. Anyway, that's been the Mixed Feelings podcast.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.